this is actually pretty good. Okay, this is actually my first time filming in the night. So now it's hey guys, by the way, it's 1:30 a.m. during the night. You can see the moon, and you can also see I'm already out of my community, the wall that kept us. This is literally prison, you know. This is electrified wires. So I managed to, because the design of this is it allows it to slide, you know. So I managed to crack this open like this much, and I'm pretty thin, so I can manage to get through. At this point, shouldn't be anyone around here. It's pretty late / pretty early. No one will be here except me. So that's pretty good time. I'm trying to make night videos. I do shifting my working hours from the day to the night. So I'll get up at around 2 a.m. and start working and then get sleep into maybe 5 p.m. So that's my schedule now. I am going to go to the bank to put some money into my account. So this is definitely night sneaking action mission. So the reason I go through here, the crack of the fence, but not from the main door, is even at 2 a.m. there will be guys at the front door keeping guys to. That's actually one delivery guy, you see. Yeah, from time to time those guys will show up. He probably haven't saw me yet because he's sneaky here. The reason the guy at the front door 24/7 is to try to stop him guy to just get out before they scan their forehead to test whether if they get fever or not, which is stupid, and I hate that. I just don't want to do it. It's stupid. It doesn't matter I have a fever or not, which I do not, but they use that as a method to tell if anyone gets fever, so they could have the coronavirus. But what if someone just had a normal fever and he have to go to the hospital and potentially being infected, and just to go there to test whether if he get coronavirus? Is stupid. It is so stupid. I just don't want to be in that way. I think that's stupid. I don't want to go through that process. So I go from here. I went through the wall. I find that little crack. Went through the wall. I think that's cool. I just want to do that. Okay. So now I'm going to bank to put my money into account, and then I can buy stuff online. So see you guys there. To get out of my living place, that prison, the spikes you saw, it's definitely not preventing a thief from getting in and out. Yeah, they have been put that spike defense since last year, before the summer. So I believe that they've been prepared for this and kept us into this. Not me. Into this like living prison. So which is when the coronavirus get out, not 100% by their plan, but they have been planned for it. I believe they have been planned for this, and they have been doing the preparations way longer than they happened. So probably 3 to 4 years before that. I know it's a little bit overexposure, but I'll just keep it there. It's bright in the night. That is good. bright night is good. have some fresh air. Haven't been out for quite a long time. Yeah. I'm kind of lazy just because of the stupid door keeping. I'm walking on the relatively quiet route, even though there's literally no one here, which is pretty good, which is pretty rare. And there's one guy over there. China is crowded. Even it's 2 a.m. there will still be people on the road. Not like me, just normal people. There are just too much people. Okay, I'm on the way to bank. It's a long way, so it's gonna take a while. And the reason I'm now riding my bicycle, it's kind of complicated to get a bicycle. Try to get a bicycle out of this kind of like fence. You have to remove the bar, the seats, blah blah blah, and assemble them back in again when it gets out. So it's time costing. So I rather use this. I call it walk assistant. You see the CCTV cameras everywhere. This is a school, a primary school. They put this electric wire fence, CCTV camera. It's just nasty things. Chinese government love to do that. So it's probably gonna take half an hour from here to the bank, and an hour back and forth. So I'm putting my money into the bank. It's around 900 RMBs. So I put 900 RMB cash into the bank, and I transfer that into my Chinese PayPal, Chinese version of PayPal account, so I can buy stuff online. 900 RMB is nothing, but it's all I have right now. So I have to plan to spend it. I mean, like my food plan, my recumbent track update plan. All of them has one like really lean survival version. So yesterday and day before, I spent 4 days on finding all the stainless tubing for my camper trailer, all the materials, and it's really time consuming. You have to find the thickness, the right diameter, the material itself, which will be 304 or 201. 201 is the shitty version of 304 stainless steel, and also on the website, on the Chinese eBay, which is Taobao website, they have this 304 stainless steel, but the ideal 304 is 304L. It's another version. So I'm trying to look at the 201 stainless steel, but even 201 is still very costly. It may cost me around 1,000 RMB to finish the full update. Then I have to know how long the material is. For example, if I need 22 diameter millimeter tubing and have 1 millimeter thickness, so I would need maybe 2 meter, maybe 10 meter, I don't know. So I have to design the trailer first. I have to finish the blueprint of the update itself. So the time spent on updating, on design, finish design, which is in which I draw it on my laptop, and to figure out how long it would require for, and figure out how long it would need it for the camera trailer. So that really costs time and brain power. And now I get blueprint. I get all the diameters. So and it's good to go. So that's why I'm out here to save money. I'm out of breath. Trying to speak English, out of breath. But it's still good to walk around here. Just don't have to work among others, which is pretty good. City just don't sleep. I mean, like every sizable city, it just don't sleep. Wow, that's cool. You can actually see how that's working. Scanning. Chinese love scanning. Chinese government loves scanning their citizens. This is about the right exposure, like this. Yeah, this is about the right exposure. This is a little bit overexposure by now, by the camera saturation. This is a joint. This is the city highway, and go around the city. I'm waiting the light here and go straight. Okay, so that's the bank, and I have already put the money into it. So it's still pretty it's still pretty reasonable early. So what I'm going to do is find a nice quiet place and sit down, and I want to talk something. Oh man, I love this. I love this quietness. Just no one around. That's a really like, and even half of Chinese people decide to die tomorrow, and half of them there still will be the other half of them left, which is still a lot, which will be 0.8 billion people. It's big amount of them. Man, I like this camera. It feels pretty good. I want to have a point-and-shoot camera, which is Sony RX100. Sony RX100. I personally like it. I want to have that. I mean, there's just no one camera which does everything, and for my standard, which for example I want night and high ISO camera. And only certain types of camera does that. And I also want high-speed camera. I also want a sniper lens camera. I also want a stabilizer camera, which is that's what I'm holding right now. It's really stable. That's another scan cam. Let me show you this. You see? Scanning you. Matrix. Totalitarian Disneyland. Just kidding. Okay, this is pretty cool. My camera actually capture what I'm seeing in my eyes, like this. Maybe like this, maybe this. Yeah, no. But the temperature of the frame, the color temperature is a little bit different. Normally, camera will never film moonlight, but once when increasing the exposure time frame like this, and the frame rate will drop like shit. I just saw a fireball. Hello there. I do it because I love it, because I really enjoy it, because I do think that can make this world a better place. That's why I'm spending all my efforts on it, but not that shiny thing, stinky. But not spend the time to find a day job and raising a high-rise, shitty flat apartment. Is that so hard to? Yeah, truly, is that so hard to do? I'm asking for it. I want to do it. Give me a chance. Give me some strength.